Hey heathens, I got a question for you. What are things you look for in a good quality optic? I think it is cost effectiveness, durability, and reliability. Well, I might have an option for you, so stay tuned. Hey heathens, this is Gundidi, and this week we're doing something really cool. We're doing a review on a budget optic. Now, I say budget with a grain of salt because it's not necessarily inexpensive, but it is inexpensive for the type of optic it is. This week we are doing a review on the Cylee CAT EDG. Now this is a fully enclosed red dot, which means it's got glass on the rear and the front of the optic, which it fully encases that emitter so that way dirt and debris does not get in there. It makes it for a very reliable setup that doesn't fog over, things like that. This is a neat little option from Cylee. Full disclosure, Cylee did send this out to me for review, so they didn't pay me for a review. There's no money in exchange. It's just they sent me this optic and asked if I wanted to review it. So, you know, that's what I'm doing for you guys. Now, this is a really neat optic. It's an RMSc footprint, so it fits your like micro series of pistols. Now I did try it on a micro pistol and I tried it on a fuller size pistol. In my opinion, it does work a little bit better on a fuller size pistol than a micro pistol, just because the window is kind of on the small side and the red dot is very small too. This is more for target shooting in my opinion. And micro pistols, I feel like they need like a 6 MOA dot because you need to be able to draw and see it quickly and make your shot. The 3 MOA dot it's running, it's super fine and makes it good for target shooting. Now, let's go over some of the specs of this guy real quick. Like I said, it is an RMSc footprint, so it is in that micro series of red dots. It is a little thin on the rear end and wider on the front end, but it is a RMSc footprint, so it does hang over your micro series of pistols a little bit. It's got 2 buttons on the side for adjusting the brightness, of course. I think it's got 7 daylight settings and 3 night settings, night vision settings. Of course, it's got a little iron sight built into the rear of the optic, which is kind of nice when you're mounting it to a pistol that you can co-witness through. It's got a really rugged design around there. If you see, it's got some thick metal all the way around it. Makes it for a very rugged design. And the coolest feature in my opinion is that the battery compartment is on the side, not on the bottom. That makes it to where you can change out your battery yearly without having to re-zero your optic, which is a big plus in my opinion. Alright, so I've had this optic for about 3 weeks now. I've done some testing on it. I've done some rigorous testing on it. And what are my thoughts? Let's first get into the pros, and then we'll go to the cons. For the pros, this guy was very easy to mount. It is an RMSc footprint, so it fit my... I am talking. It is an RMSc footprint, so it did fit my Ruger Max 9 just fine. Quick and easy to mount. Also, I was able to mount it to some of my bigger pistols because it is a basic RMSc footprint, so all I had to do was run a plate system for anything else that I was running it on. Very easy to figure out. Being a fully enclosed red dot, no matter what the temperature changes are or weather conditions are, you can still see your red dot just fine, which is actually pretty cool because I live in the desert. There are days where it's nice and cool out, like right now, and then later in the day it is hotter than heck. So it is a cool option to have a fully enclosed red dot for a carry use. Moving more on to the pros, this guy does rate that it can be dropped on concrete for up to 6 feet. So we did do some tests with it. All right, guys, so we're back out here. We got everything tightened up. Everything should be working just fine now. We're going to go ahead and confirm 0. Then we're going to do a couple beat tests on this guy and then verify that 0 is still there. So right now, to start with verifying 0, we're going to go ahead and shoot the number 3 target on the target stand over here. We are at about 15 yards, so should be able to get a good, decent idea of 0 here. All right, we did a little 5-shot group. Looks like I'm holding a little low. I had it hooked up to my Rock Island STK 150, and I beat the snot out of this. I racked it against the tailgate. This optic is supposed to be drop proof and everything. One of the major issues with optics is they lose 0 sometimes when they are racked off of a hard surface. And sometimes you may have to do that. So let's see how she does if we kind of give her a little bit of aggressive tapping, just to kind of show that it's going to be somewhat shock proof. We are going to do some more better testing here in a minute, but I just wanted to verify that everything was all kosher. And this Rock Island's finish is actually really good. I just scraped it across the metal here, and it didn't even scratch it. It left some marks, but the marks came right off. Very interesting. But yeah, the optic is not showing any major damage. There's some paint damage there, but that's it. Let's go ahead and see if she still is holding somewhat 0. We're going to go for center mass, that dot in the center, and just verify that it's not me. I dropped it from 6 and 7 feet in the air straight down on the optic. All right, guys, so we're going to do a drop test on this guy and just make sure she holds. It says 6 feet. I'm about 6'1", so that's about 6 feet. Nothing yet. Let's go ahead and drop her one more time. Let's go a little higher. Let's go about 7 feet. Still nothing. I mean, the optic itself is a little scratched up. I'm not sure if you could see it on camera. But the Rock Island itself, the finish is holding up really good. And didn't have a single issue. It did scrape up the metal a little bit, just a little bit. But other than that, it really didn't do any damage to the optic. It still stayed 0 just fine. There was no problems. The only problem I had was when I first took it out with the Rock Island, something to do with the screws I was using or the plate system I was using. I'm not sure, but the screw walked itself out. It could be the mount that I'm running on this guy, but the optic has come loose. We are loose. I got it back home, got a little longer screw, put some Loctite on that bad boy, torqued it down, and didn't have an issue after that. Except for when I tried to take it off. That was not as fun. But next thing that is a pro on this guy. They rate this as IPX7 waterproof, which means it can go into about 3 meters of water for about 30 minutes is what they advertise. So I came to the beautiful Colorado River. See if you can see that red dot in the camera there. It's kind of hard to see. Such a tiny little dot. I hope I got it on camera there, but it is operational. It is working at the moment. So let's go ahead and dunk her right into the water here. And of course, all right. That was about 15 seconds, 30 seconds in there, the water, and it is still on. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is still working. So it is waterproof to that extent. Let's see if the glass is fogging on the inside. I can see it's fogging on the outside. Nope, looks like everything is fully operational and functional. So yes, it's waterproof. Nothing. This thing was perfectly functional. No problems whatsoever. Glass did fog up on the front end, but that was on the outside of the glass, not on the inside. Once I wiped that fog up, you could see everything just fine. So that is the pro to a closed emitter optic, is that you can just wipe the exterior of the glass off and you are good to go again. You have no problems. The negative side to a standard red dot is because the emitter is on the is exposed to the elements. Water, dirt, debris can get in that emitter and then just refract that emitter and make it appear as multiple red dots or slightly appear off. There's a bunch of different things, or completely block the emitter and you can't see it. So that's a plus of these closed emitters. So far in my testing, I really do enjoy it. I'm going to be doing some more testing on this guy in the near future. If I have any issues, I will definitely let you guys know, but you will see this in future videos down the road. Now, let's move on to the cons. The cons are really subjective more than anything else. I really only have one, and that is the size of the window and the red dot. For a micro pistol, I think this is the wrong choice. This is, yet again, a subjective opinion, because I like a little bit bigger dot for a carry gun because I don't want to have to hunt down my red dot. I don't want to have to hunt down my red dot when I draw for self-defense. So I like a little bigger red dot, and most micro pistols and most self-defense situations are going to be in that short range anyways, so you don't need a fine red dot for that. And I also like a little bit bigger window, because when you're drawing and you're pointing real quick, you need to be able to target acquisition real quick. I don't feel like I can do that with this red dot personally. Now, once I mounted it to a fuller size pistol like my Rock Island STK 150, this guy blew everything out of the water. This thing was perfect for that pistol because the window size is pretty decent. It's not a huge window, but it is pretty decent. It's a little bit bigger than like a Trijicon RMR, but it is smaller than like a Holosun. But it's a decent sized window. There's no real refraction from the lenses. You know, with cheaper glass, you get a lot of refraction from the lenses, and you can kind of see like a warping effect. There's no issues with that. And the red dot does not cut out anywhere across the glass. You could put it anywhere across the glass, the top, the sides, the bottom, and it doesn't cut out before the edge, which is also a good sign that the emitter is a good emitter. There's no fuzziness. The optic is doing really well. What's really cool is this guy does have that shake awake feature, so if you do mount it to your home defense pistol, it's going to sit off in while it's sitting in your nightstand, and then when there's a bump in the night and you grab it, it's going to automatically kick on, which is a cool option. Just make sure that you have that setting set for a darker setting, because that will blind you if it turns on in the middle of the night. But yeah, these are my quick thoughts on the Cylee CAT EDG. I think it's a really neat optic. I think it has its purpose. I personally don't think it's for self-defense. I think it's more for target pistols. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think, because some of you guys are a better red dot shooter than I am. So you probably have no problem with these small windows with small red dot. But this is my quick thoughts on the Cylee CAT EDG. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever tried it. Also, let me know in the comment section if you've ever bought a Cylee for any of your carry pistols or just a range pistol. I want to know. And if you guys want to get one for yourself, there will be a link in the description below where you can get one for yourself. Anything you purchase in those links helps out the channel a little bit. It's a affiliate link, so there's no extra cost to you. Just helps out the channel a little bit. And I apologize for all the bugs. I'm out down by the river. But guys, also check out the links in the description for our merch. We have shirts, we got hats, we got all kinds of fun stuff. Check out the links in the description below. Also in the links below are the links to the social medias like X, Instagram, things like that. Check out the links in the description below. Anything you could do to help support the channel definitely helps. Guys, as always, I'm Gun Deity, and I'll see you heathens for the next one.
I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god. They call me a god.